Hello, everyone. Welcome to Star Trek Online. Our mission today is Tenabris Torquent. However you pronounce that. We're going to the Heva School system, and that is supposed to be the home of the Tark. So we're going to do some investigating. Let's go. Patching files. So my oh, there it goes. I was getting ready to say it might take a while. That it just.
I have to say, the survey reports on this system really don't do it justice. The nebula, a pulsar, dark energy, and the Herc homeworld. Nor I. Isn't that strange? One would think they'd place a heavy guard on their home system. Huh? We're reading a number of interesting phenomena, despite interference from the nebula. Let's see. Plethora of...
There's a moon nearby. Preliminary scans aren't showing much, but it's just the kind of place the Herc could be using to hide a base. The pulsar's throwing off a lot of hazardous energy.
Most astute, Captain. Let's make the appropriate shield adjustments.
I don't like this. Scans are showing a lot of bare rock, but...
Like it's being completely stripped of anything remotely useful? The calling card of the Herc, if I'm not mistaken.
Barely Class D. No metals, complex compounds, liquids, or atmosphere.
The interior is a complex maze of tunnels. Thousands of them.
This matches Herc patterns we've seen elsewhere. They've been here.
The probe is online transmitting. The science teams are taking a close look at the incoming data, but it doesn't look terribly promising. Shall we forge on? Entering scanning range now.
Its astronomic readings are strange. The planet has a highly eccentric orbit. Looks like it collects matter from the nebula as it sweeps around the pulsar, all while being bombarded with radiation. An orbital period of several thousand years. That explains the Herc life cycle. They must hibernate while the planet is at the far range of its orbit. This orbit coincides with the previous emergencies of the Herc.
We're reading complex structures here, along with power systems and technology.
Let's meet on the Defiant. We'll need to make some preparations before we... I sent a team down to establish a secure zone. They're ready for you, but you'll want to put on an EV suit before you beam down. Once you're suited up, we'll beam you.
I should have a habitation area set up soon. We can replace the reducing atmosphere in this cavern with standard oxy-nitro, and
We're getting a lot of background radiation and some wild magnetic fields. It's like the pulsar and the nebula are supercharging the metallic.
everything's in order here. Define, do you still have a lock on us?
Affirmative. If you need transport, there may be a slight delay due to pulsar emissions.
I'm getting something odd on my tricorder. Up there!
Glad you're still with us. Whatever that was must have left you for dead. I get moving in case it comes back to make sure. Looks like you're in a series of tunnels that connect to a larger cavern. Garrick and Bashir are close to your position. Be careful. Some of the crystal formations down there are emitting intense amounts of energy. We can't lock onto anyone with transporters, and the others are reporting that directed energy weapons won't work.
This is Bashir. Garrick and I are alive, but we're a little lost.
Keep moving. You should head up to another chamber. The creature's in a passage near your location. Stay sharp.
Garrick and I are moving into a very large, oblong chamber.
And here I was, hoping those cozy, cramped little tunnels would make a nice vacation spot.
Looks like the door to the next chamber is locked.
Those readings you're getting from that crystal node are interesting. It's generating a localized magnetic... Yes, of course. I think you'll find a way to manipulate that magnetic field to open the door.
The readings I'm getting on that crystal are weak. It probably isn't usable. That one's got an odd harmonic. Doesn't seem to match the rest. That's the one you need. Use it to open that door.
can't fight that thing! Run!
Personal shield losing power. Enemy target on sensors.
There's a deep crevice ahead of you. See if you can get across. Hazardous energy and anti-gravity ahead. Use your thrusters. The creature's turned back. It must not like anti-gravity. Slow and steady, don't get lost. Try to head up when you can.
Garrick and I have a breathable atmosphere here. Everyone, try and reach our location.
Williams here. I'm stuck in some kind of tunnel maze. Not sure how to get out.
Ishimura here. My nav system's useless. I'll keep trying to find you all.
This one looks like technical data.
I hate mazes.
lost crewman Kane's vitals. Weir's comm signal is down, but he's still alive. Keep an eye out.
Alright, I'm pausing. I found a video online, and the guy operated the console, and he went up a shaft. And when he went up a shaft, he went up to a hallway. I'll go up the shaft, and I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is going to take me a while. I'm going to pause the video until I get out of this maze. Okay, the console is not a toggle. It opens a door, and it only opens it for a few milliseconds, and I went through that door. I operated the console and then went through a door. This is what I saw in the video. I'll be right back.
Bashir and Garrick are just past this chamber. Picking up some interesting tech on sensors. Interesting. We think there's some kind of ship ahead of you. It shows signs of...
A pleasure to see you. We'll need all the help we can get if we're to leave this world alive. To that end, the good doctor and I have started to make sense of our...
Her technology is driven by electromagnetic manipulation of morphogenic crystals. Doors, life support, everything, even their central compute. I found a little information. This planet used to be rich in a type of fungus. It thrived in the harshest of environments, even areas based on these readings. There should be more data storage units in the tunnels beyond this chamber. They're the ones by the door with the blue glow rods. One more thing. Some parts of the tunnel still have malfunctioning gravity systems. You should be able to navigate through them, but the energy fields in there will nullify your weapon.
Oh, good. You made it. We were about to leave when... No! No!
What's going on? Ishimura's vitals just flatlined.
Enemy target on sensors.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
One of your officers has arrived here.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries. That covers the first peaceful meeting between the Herc and the Founders over 3,000 years ago.
That's Kane's helmet. I have a feeling we won't find the rest of him.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Let's get out of here before...
William!
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
The Herc tried to synthesize the enzyme they needed for cognition, but failed.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
going in I'm chasing that pointer out here and it's not getting me anywhere. Hold on. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know that it accomplished anything though, but it was kind of cool.
My god. The enzyme the Herc need is a precursor to Ketracel.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries. Nicely done. We should be able to translate Herc data files and run a detailed the first results are in. Excellent. I have access to a few critical systems, including getting some historical records now. Give me a moment to process it. Oh, this is not good. It's a record of the fall of the Herc civilization.
It appears we have some uninvited guests.
You're a long way from Zenketh, Admiral.
Yes. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Traveling incognito.
One of her many covert identities, I suspect.
This expedition of yours has gone on long enough.
Touched a nerve, have we?
You found a secret I've kept for millennia. Something I've kept from Odo and the Great Link.
The origin of the Herc infestation.
And your role in it.
I needed soldiers to realize my dream of dominion. Enforcers willing to obey without question. Physically, the Herc were perfect candidates, but their peaceful, free-thinking nature was an obstacle. In studying the Herc biology, I found the key to their loyalty.
The Ketracel precursor.
Yes, I extracted it from their ecosystem. They had no choice. Obey or die.
I take it things didn't go according to plan.
No, they became savage, incoherent, volatile. With each cycle, the swarm grew larger, wilder. My ability to control them diminished. All I could do was point them in the direction of my enemies. I would let them rampage and await their eventual hibernation.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
They were a failure, but they provided a gift. Ketracel, the gift that led to a more successful endeavor. The Gem Hadar.
I think I've heard enough. I knew you were involved in this somehow. You built an empire on slavery, and now it's all falling apart. When the Alliance learns about this...
But they won't. None of you are leaving this world alive.
You would kill another founder?
There were other founders who knew the truth once, like you. They did not want a dominion built on the backs of slaves. They tried to depose me, to expose the truth to the Link. They failed, and paid for their lack of vision.
All of you against the wall.
Odo, this is getting out of hand.
Stop this now!
No, Odo. This is bigger than you. Bigger than us. The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that.
What now?
You forced my hand. This is a modification of your own Herc lure. As we speak, every Herc in the quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And you're calling them here? To their homeworld?
On the contrary, madam. I'm calling them to the Founder homeworld. Your chickens, as the humans say, are coming home to roost.
Insanity! We'll...
think that's our cue.
You did this? All of you? You killed a god? My god? My beautiful founder. Gone forever. I loved her so. And now you'll pay the price. Guards!
Enough, Wayun. All of you stand down.
No! You betrayed her! And the Dominion! I will carry out her final order!
That founder is no more, Wayun. This founder has given you an order, and you will obey.
No! He is no founder! She was a founder! He is a traitor! Guards! Shoot to kill! All of them!
Belay that order.
What?
We do not serve you, Vorta. Where this founder leads, we will follow.
Thank you, my friend.
Fine. Then I'll do it myself.
Take Wayun into custody and return to your ship. We have business at the home world to attend to.
Tell me, was it part of your plan to draw every Herc in the sector to this system, Garrett? Because if it was, it worked with
Try to hold them all. I'll see if I can arrange that distraction. we're in the clear. The Herc have departed for the Founder homeworld. It will take them some time to reach it, even at maximum warp.
Thanks to Garrick, my homeworld is under siege. I realize there's not a lot of love lost to the Founders these days, but if the center of the Dominion falls to the Herc, the rest of the galaxy will soon follow suit. If you're willing to stand with us one last time, assemble your forces and rendezvous with my fleet in the Gamma Quadrant. I hope to see you there before...
That was nice. That last space battle was something else. The maze drove me nuts.
There's a certain poetic symmetry at play here. The Dominion are about to receive their comeuppance from one of the many species they've abused. Regrettably, we Cardassians have some experience in such matters. Of course, our work is just beginning. We need to formulate a cure for the Herc before they devastate every system.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. If you got anything out of it, maybe even a laugh or two of watching.
Impersa, the homeworld of the Founders, is under attack by the Herc. This is our darkest hour. If Impersa falls, the Dominion will come to an end. I'm asking you to join in the defense efforts as soon as you can. A task, if you'll excuse me.
Anyway, yeah, if you got a good laugh out of watching me hearing me get all frustrated, or whatever the case is, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. Give me a comment or two. It'd be cool. In the meantime, whatever it is you guys do, hey, enjoy your games. Peace and long life. I'll see you in the stars.